their actions.
During this time, hey bestie, I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back.
Wait, did he lose his job or something? And we got your boy Omizi, and this is Cool Teachers Are Ruining Children. Let's go.
Are we not getting tired of the professional people being unprofessional? There's been this growing
I didn't get it. I don't get what the cool. What is this?
trend going around, especially with the content creation, social media, TikTokification era that we do live in now, where everybody wants to share every single aspect of their lives. And because the mundane and the boring don't necessarily make it to the FYP pages for everybody to see, they want to live it up. They want to make it be as big as possible, even to the extent of doing things that are unprofessional. And while this video might stem from the teacher claiming to be the cool teacher, which in and of itself, I don't even understand why that's something that people would strive to be. That's a little oxymoronic. But while this video might stem from the cool teacher comments, unprofessionalism has been bleeding into professional environments for a long time now. We're losing the recipes. It's the reason why I had to put on my Sunday's best in order to show people that, yes, you can still wear a tie and look good. If I do say so myself, look a little handsome. I may hand you some.
A lot of teachers have a tendency to get upset with what the students consider the cool teachers. As a person that I guess you can say that students would consider like, oh, I want to be in this class. It's like, you can't be mad at that teacher for being who they are. You're holding bitterness against the wrong thing. And if you're a cool teacher, you get it. Not that we want to be cool, is that the students make you a pillar of resources, emotional stability, whatever feels like home. The students themselves make you that.
Now I'm gonna put on
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I get it. Okay, at first I was like, what is this cool teacher? Okay, I get it. Cause back then, like what it was my middle school, or I don't remember. I know back then we had a teacher that we considered the cool teacher. Yeah, okay, I get it. Cause cause we can't wait to go to her class. Cause bro, we know when we go to her class, of course we gotta do our work. We gotta do our work. And then, sometimes we'll just have a nice little conversation with her. She'll give us a lot of info, and it's just good stuff, man. So I get it. Cool teacher. Let me see. Did I remember another one? Oh man, but yeah, okay, I get it. I guess I understand. Okay. Like first, I'm like, what cool teacher? But then I'm like, oh, okay, that what they mean by because students are gonna feel more comfortable with certain teachers and stuff like that. So I understand. Okay.
My old head hat for a second. I grew up in an era where there was a clear distinction between authority figures and your friends. The authority figures weren't striving to be cool. They were authority figures. They were well respected. They were sought to as people who had a voice and respected opinion, and they were intelligent, etc., etc. Now, I think a common misconception in this conversation is that these teachers now have to conform to whatever respectability politics that are laid out by some bigger, wider, vaster system that has control over, minorities and that are putting down people. And I'm saying no to that. Like, I don't think that dreads make you less of a person to listen to. Like, that doesn't make you less intelligent because
if I was a teacher, bro, I'll make sure I don't want to be the cool teacher. Even though they might see me as the cool teacher, but I would not let them. I'm not letting y'all. Oh no, I'm not the cool teacher. I want to be that teacher that every student is gonna be like, man, I don't want to go to his class, man. He's so strict. And I remember we used to have a substitute, bro. This man. That's how I used to be. He was a substitute teacher for when our teachers don't come in, bro. We used to couldn't stand it, man, bro. But we know we gotta keep quiet and just do our work, bro. Like. But now I think now he a teacher now, so and now people like that. People love that he a teacher now. But like I said, we grew up with him and we know how strict this man is, and and no student gonna know. Yeah, I think he's a high school teacher. And yeah, I think he doing math. So yeah, this man, I like that I'm like that he's a teacher, cause we been through it. Now they finna go through it, bro. Yeah, they gonna like him. Yeah, he a good teacher though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Maybe you have a different hair color or you have an ear piercing or something like that. I don't think that that's what that is. The problem becomes when you believe that all these norms that are in place just serve no purpose at all and we should just let them all go. Why is it not strange that a teacher is striving to be the cool teacher around a bunch of teenagers? And the way that he's going about doing that is not by being a great listening ear, not by being understanding, not by doing a bunch of different math problems and meeting them where they are. But no, he's depicting that based off of how he dresses, at least in the video shown online. I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but there are certain professions in which you have to be professional through and through, from tip to toe, top to bottom. I don't want to see my teacher for my kid doing some sort of TikTok dance in the damn classroom, especially when I know what these test scores are in America. Like, I just don't want to see that. And it seems like every room, especially when I know what these test scores are in America. Like, I just don't want to see that. And it seems like every time we have this conversation, people feel as if we're putting people down. But the reality is these teachers enjoy the attention from their students more than anything. And that right there is weird.
Let's just keep it real and admit that some teachers enjoy attention from students. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher.
I mean, I can give you that. It's some, like I said, it's some now. But like I said, we got some cool teachers and they cool with it, but they don't want to be like the cool teacher because they still gonna get us in line. They still gonna put us in line, bro. They still gonna check us and stuff. So like she said, she can be cool with you, but you gotta remember, she's still like gonna put her back in our play, bro. Like I said, she a cool teacher, but she will put our behinds back in place, bro. So yeah. I said, yeah. I remember she won like teacher of the year or something. Yeah, bro. She was a cool teacher, bro. She was a cool teacher. No, I never try to get on her bad side. She a good teacher, but bro, if you play with her now, they're gonna be that it for everybody. Like, you just had to mess it up for everybody now, brother.
Teacher for a long time, almost 10 years. And one thing that I noticed really quick was when I would wear fitted clothing, kids noticed. They noticed. I remember one year, kids accused me all year of having a BBL. After that year, I decided, you know what? I'm not wearing tight clothes to school anymore because that's not the kind of attention that I want at school. But there's a time and a place for everything, right? Like wearing those tight clothes, those tight skirts, low cut clothes, not for school. The big part of being a teacher is just modeling how to navigate the world, modeling how to dress appropriately.
We've all been in these situations before. Students getting specialized treatment from the cool teacher, teachers wanting to fit in by knowing the songs and the dances or watching the television shows that the kids are watching, listening to the music, trying to be
the students trying to keep the student really trying to put them on, try to let them keep up, because of course you're the cool teacher, so of course the student gonna like put you on every game, bro, put you on everything, the new ways. That's just how it is, bro. You're the cool teacher, so most likely the student is going to give you those pros.
Part of the in crowd. Those people have not mentally passed where they are when they were in those same classrooms, sitting in those same desks. They're not getting attention from somewhere else, so they're gonna get it from people who are forced to spend 8 hours a day with them. Looking at the teacher in the beginning, there are pictures of him showing his midriff off. There's even outfits where he's like showing that he has a grill in his mouth. Like, why does nobody think that that is like not okay? And before I get the crowd of people in the comments that are saying, yo, if I had a teacher who dressed this way, I would pay more attention, I would respect my teacher more, I'd be more willing to learn. That's cap. We just need to.
I mean, I don't know, like, bro. I would say that's kind of cap. Well, to me, that's cap, bro. Cause I'm like, if you dress like that, that's on you, bro. I'm here just to learn and keep it moving, bro. Yeah, you the cool teacher and all that, bro. Yo, I'm just here to learn and keep it moving, bro. I'm ready to get out of school.
full stop and not say that. There's studies out there that talk about how looks, being attractive or unattractive, can have effects on whether students are paying attention to a teacher or not. And there's also studies that show that, hey, dressing a certain way, dressing more professionally, proceeds to then give students a higher value. Like, they view you just better in the grand scheme of things. I know that sounds crazy, but we are programmed a certain way. To me, one of the reasons why I want to stop this and nip this in the bud is because when that slope starts to get slippery, it starts to slide in left, right, sideways, all the way downhill. When I was young, there were boundaries set with the people that were considered professionals in my life, whether it be teachers, doctors, attorneys, or whoever the case may be. But nowadays, when I scroll social media, I see things like teachers getting their hair braided with their students in class during class time, which is
I always thought stuff like this, like it's after, like, when I see stuff like that, it'll be like during after school. Like, you know, once they get done, they just waiting on their bus and ride and stuff. Those are, well, you're the cool teacher, bro. He doing his part, but he the cool teacher, bro. He the cool teacher. So, you're the cool teacher. So, yeah, that's just how it is, bro. Student gonna find someone the cool teacher and stuff. So,
insane and out of pocket and totally inappropriate. And then I also see these teachers doing these long, lengthy handshakes, hugging their students, etc., etc. Now, I would hope that a lot of people agree with me that the teacher getting his hair undone by the students is weird as hell. Like, he's claiming that it makes a deeper connection with his students. What more deeper of a connection do you need than to just, give them their assignments? I don't know, make sure that they're passing their classes. But even as I extend over to the woman that is doing the handshakes, one of the main problems that I have is that we're showing the kids' faces now. We're not even like blurring the kids' faces. You've got your social media presence out there so much that you're showing what seems to be like little kids' faces on the internet. When are the professionals gonna be professional? And it only makes it worse because we've enabled this behavior for so long that it allows people to become ultra defensive when somebody tries to correct them for their actions.
During this time, hey bestie, I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back.
Wait, did he lose his job or something?
Yeah, that's that same teacher who was having the kids undo his hair. He got suspended, and this is how he responds, in the freakiest, nastiest way possible. I don't think people really realize this, but you spend a lot of your formative years in a classroom. Teachers ultimately become role models. I know that people talk about your households and your family and stuff like that having a major influence on you, but think about it. A professional person in a professional setting, the first time that you usually see those is potentially the doctor when you're like a kid or whatever the case may be, but then also a teacher in the classroom. They are role models to the world. And if they aren't upholding those standards, well, then it makes sense how we can then go into life not understanding, there should be some standard for how I don't know, go do an interview.
So I just got dress coded during an interview. And then they decided to reschedule the interview with me for tomorrow. But before they rescheduled, the lady was like, would you like to come back? Like, go change and then come back? And I was like, no. These are the shorts. Let me turn to the side for y'all. These are the shorts.
This young woman is flabbergasted at the fact that she got flagged for dress code. I mean, you have on shorts.
I mean, I see a lot. People come in all type of bro, when they dress up for interviews now, it's so different now. Like, bro, they coming in is I mean, they don't put on nothing too like. It just something like that. What she had on, but I was surprised. Cause I usually thought they don't have like, and the fellas don't even have tie anymore. Like I said, the future changing, bro, and everything. So I guess you got to keep up with it and stuff. But back then, bro, I had to wear a suit and tie for an interview and stuff. Now some people coming in with sweatpants. They coming in with sweatpants and stuff. Like, ain't no way.
To an interview. And I don't even want to say that it's your fault. You weren't taught. While you were in school, you probably had the cool teacher who was wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt and being unprofessional to the students and the whole environment as a whole.
Now, I gotta hold on now. It was a teacher like that, but they tell you like what certain stuff to wear, man. They tell you to wear suits and ties. Like I said, bro. Like I said, I had a teacher like that. He always get on to us like, "Why suit and tie, look professional." He be on. It's crazy though, but yeah, he had the basketball. You know, he had like the basketball shorts and all that. He always put us on. You know, give us like let us know like stuff about the real world and stuff like that. But you know.
You think that this is normal when you get into a professional setting. This is what you're supposed to do. But I'm here to
He
tell
taught
you
how to, you know, look them straight in the eye, you know, straight in the face, handshake, eyes contact, and all that handshake, firmly handshake, and all, you know, all the stuff.
Hey, no, that's not it. But every action doesn't just happen as a one-off. People become unprofessional because the standards weren't set and met at the beginning of their lives, right? The teachers dress a certain way, they pass the interview looking a certain way, and then they come into the office dressed for a professional corporate job, getting off their office siren fits.
How to dress like an office siren. First, start with a fitted blouse, turtleneck, or high neck tank. Next, a pencil skirt or low-waisted fitted trousers. For shoes, a pointed kitten heel. Put your hair either up and a little undone or down and sleek. The most important part, a pair of rectangular glasses.
So definitely the skirt is way too short, and the thigh highs are definitely making it worse, particularly them being visible. I think if that skirt was a couple inches longer, I probably would never say anything. I think it's cute outside of this. Like, I wouldn't wear this to work.
It's not even just that the outfits themselves are outrageous, but the concept of being something that is luring men or luring women or luring people's attention in a sexual manner at work is what's really kind of throwing me off. Like, I can already tell that these people who are putting on these outfits have never worked in a corporate building, because first and foremost, it's cold. Like, nobody's wearing those things to this cold environment. I'm just trying to stay bundled up and warm so I don't go to sleep. But second off, and most importantly, I'm not trying to get Janice from accounting to be turned on sexually by the things that I have on. Now, if it happens to happen while I have a polo shirt on, that's a whole different conversation. But like me showing off my thigh meat in order to get James from the IT department to like lick his lips or something like that, that's the weird thing. The reason why I started off at the dress being unprofessional is because that's just the first portion of the iceberg. It goes deeper because these are the same people who then make excuses as to why they can do unprofessional things on the platform. If we extended this to any other profession, it probably makes sense. Probably like the medical field, right? You would expect them to dress a certain way and act a certain way, right? But again, it all blends into each other. That's why there's people like that therapist from a couple years ago who openly went on the platform and outed her male patients. Ultimately, she got fired, but it was crazy how unprofessional she was using her TikTok platform or in her professional environment.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence. And I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment.
And it would be different if she was recommending just therapy, but she was literally giving examples of her real life patients and berating the men on the internet. Unprofessional as hell. And I know people are thinking that I'm over exaggerating, but trust me, the lines can be extremely blurred once you start to mix the unprofessional and the professional setting. Meet Adriana Williams. This is a former teacher in Monroe Comprehensive High School who was caught with allegations of essaying a child. But it's not just any child, it's her former student. Now, I'm not saying this is the explicit reason as to why this happened, but all this unprofessional behavior being normalized in these professional environments probably gave people an excuse to just let all this stuff slide and go undetected. Because when I see the past videos of how she was acting with her students, she was basically flirting with the kid.
I'll remember him. I taught him last year.
Late 90s.
Yet he still finds a way to see me every day. He is rough-handed. Oh, look, there he goes again. I think he wants to be back in 9th grade.
Why do you keep coming down this hall?
She be calling me. Y'all, she be emailing me.
Why you telling stories? Why you telling
You see how he switched his story.
It look like I'm lying.
Why lie?
Yes.
I'm not.
He gets on my nerves, but that's my twin we be vibing.
That's your twin, you be vibing, ma'am. That's a student. While I do agree that the conversation about respectability politics is real, people shouldn't be judged based off of having dreadlocks or names or, you know, speaking with a certain, you know, tone, vernacular, or whatever the case may be. Those things are real. But that doesn't mean that we can't uphold and maintain professional standards in professional environments. I think the reason why people are giving a bunch of leeway is because these are teachers, first and foremost. But if these were people like doctors, lawyers, accountants, or anything,
that'd be a whole different story, bro. A whole different story.
Like that, judges, help police officers, all those things, people will be looking at it extremely strange that these people want to dress a certain way, act a certain way. And because there's a bigger, broader picture saying that these people are role models to certain young individuals, they should even want to dress a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way, and not go down this path of just being unprofessional as hell. But let me know what y'all think. Sometimes I can be off in these conversations. I know that I'm going to be professional when I need to be professional and kick back when I need to kick back.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. Like, school teachers, that was my thing back in the day, what you already know. Think about our description on the